The world of professional wrestling has given us some of the most unforgettable female athletes. Women who broke barriers, shattered stereotypes, and left an indelible mark on the industry. But behind the glitz, the glamour, and the larger-than-life personas, many of these warriors face struggles far beyond the ring. Some left us far too soon, their legacies forever etched in the hearts of fans worldwide. Today, we remember the fallen heroines of the squared circle, the pioneers, the trailblazers, and the legends whose lights were extinguished, but whose spirits continue to inspire. Joan Marie Laurer, better known as Chyna, emerged as one of the most revolutionary figures in professional wrestling. As the ninth wonder of the world, she bulldozed gender barriers in WWE, becoming the first woman to compete in the Royal Rumble and the only female Intercontinental Champion. Her fierce persona in D-Generation X alongside Triple H and Shawn Michaels redefined women's roles in wrestling, blending strength, charisma, and defiance. Yet, fame came at a cost. After leaving WWE, Chyna struggled with the transition to adult entertainment and reality TV, while battling personal demons including addiction and abusive relationships. Though her life ended tragically in 2016 from an accidental overdose, her legacy endured, culminating in a posthumous WWE Hall of Fame induction in 2019. Chyna's story remains a powerful testament to resilience, breaking barriers, and the complex price of trailblazing fame. The crowd erupted as Ashley Massaro flashed her signature smile, arms raised in triumph. Just months ago, she was a nobody. Now she was WWE's newest darling, the 2005 Diva Search winner with the world at her feet. She danced on ropes, took brutal bumps, and lit up every room she entered. But behind the glitter and pyrotechnics, the headaches grew worse. The doubt crept in. The industry moved on, leaving her behind. On May 16, 2019, the light went out too soon. 39 years old. The wrestling world remembered her laugh, her fire, her fearless spirit. But the brightest flames sometimes burn the fastest. When Sara won Tough Enough in 2015, her tearful smile captured hearts. The Michigan native proved doubters wrong, earning a WWE contract through sheer determination. Behind the scenes, she battled the same demons many wrestlers face: injuries, self-doubt, and the pressure to perform. But her greatest victory came outside the ring, as a devoted wife to Wesley Blake and mother to their 3 children. Her sudden passing at 30 in October 2022 shocked the wrestling world. Tributes revealed her true legacy: a kind spirit who inspired others simply by being herself. Her light burned briefly but brightly. Rest powerful, Sara. The crowd recoiled as Luna Vachon lunged forward, her smeared makeup and feral snarl making opponents hesitate. Wrestling royalty turned renegade. She turned every match into a war fought with her entire being. ECW's barbed wire, WWE's bright lights, none could contain her raw intensity. The business called her crazy, but never gave her the crown she deserved. When she left us at 48, the war paint faded, but her legacy didn't. Luna fought harder, bled freer, and loved wrestling more purely than most dared. The Mad Queen rests now, but her fire still lights the way. Sherri Martel didn't just enter a room, she commanded it. With a voice that cut through the noise and a presence that demanded attention, she transformed champions into icons. Savage, Michaels, Taker, and redefined women's wrestling with her unmatched charisma. The first woman to claim both WWE and AWA gold, performed with the intensity of her diamonds, unbreakable, dazzling, and leaving a lasting impression. When her music faded in 2007, far too soon at 49, wrestling lost its original queen. Her legacy lives on in every manager's confidence, every star's entrance, every echo of pomp and circumstance. Miss Elizabeth glided into the madness like moonlight through a storm. While others screamed, she spoke volumes with a single glance, the quiet force behind Randy Savage's rage in wrestling's first true fairy tale. That WrestleMania 7 reunion? Pure magic. But fairy tales fade. The industry's roar drowned her gentle spirit, and in 2003 the curtain fell too soon at 42. Now the ring grows quiet where royalty once walked. Rest softly, Elizabeth. Your elegance outshines every spotlight. She entered WCW like a shooting star, gorgeous, poised, and radiating quiet resilience as Mrs. Cleavage. Behind the glittering facade stood a Mrs. Canada winner and cancer survivor whose real strength outshined any character. Her 1999 run ended too quickly. The world lost her in 2004 at just 35, but not her legacy. A reminder that true beauty lies in battles fought beyond the spotlight. Some lights never fade. Rest luminous, Mariana. Rhonda Singh broke molds before women's wrestling had space for them. 250 pounds of pure athletic fury, whether as WWE's Bertha Faye or Japan's Monster Ripper. The business diluted her power into caricatures, but never extinguished it. When the ring lights dimmed, she worked security jobs, fighting for her daughter's future. Her heart gave out at 40 in 2001, but never her spirit. They tried to make you a joke. History remembers you as revolutionary. Peggy Lee Leather wrestled hard when few cared about women's matches. AWA, WWF, Japan. No fanfare, just grit. After a 2002 crash paralyzed her, she fought harder, coaching, advocating, inspiring. Gone at 64 in 2023, but never defeated. Real champions aren't made of gold, they're made like Peggy. The arena shook when 6 feet 2 inches, 230 pounds Nicole Bass stomped down the ramp. A force of nature crashing into ECW's extreme world. She wasn't just breaking barriers in the 90s, she was demolishing them, bodyguarding Sable in WWE and out-muscling every man who underestimated her. But the business didn't know what to do with a woman who could bench press 315 pounds. They wrote her off as a freak, wasted her potential in cartoonish angles, and discarded her when the Attitude Era faded. Behind the towering physique lived a woman battling demons, chronic pain, depression, and a system that failed her. When she passed at 52 in 2017, the tributes came too late. They called you too much, Nicole. The truth, wrestling wasn't enough for you. The crowd roared as Plum Marco took another stiff kick to the face, grinning through bloodied teeth. In the 1990s, Japan, where Joshi wrestling was a symphony of violence, she was its most fearless violinist. At just 5 feet 1 inch, she stood tall against legends like Aja Kong and Bull Nakano, her matches leaving audiences breathless. But the bruises ran deeper than the skin. Behind the scenes, she endured an abusive marriage, finding solace only in the ring's brutal honesty. On September 16, 1997, the music stopped. After a routine match, 29-year-old Mariko collapsed, a brain hemorrhage silencing one of Joshi's brightest stars. Her final act? Donating organs to save 7 lives. They called you plum for your sweetness. We remember your unshakable strength. Marva Scott stepped into 1970s wrestling rings, a black woman claiming space in a world that didn't welcome her. Between matches, she raised a future NFL star, Kellen Winslow II, proving strength wasn't just for the ring. Wrestling forgot her too soon when she passed in 2017. But the path she carved remains. You fought unseen battles. Now others walk the road you built. For 30 years, Cora Combs was the workhorse nobody noticed. She wrestled nightly in smoky carnivals and armories, her crisp technical skills overshadowed by Moolah's politics. While others took credit, she quietly trained future stars like Medusa in her Texas gym. When arthritis finally stilled her hands in 2008 at 82, the record books barely mentioned her 3,000-plus matches. No Hall of Fame nod, no glowing tributes. But every woman who chain wrestles today unknowingly traces the lineage back to Cora's calloused fingers and unbroken spirit. The crowd gasped as 54-year-old Mae Young powerbombed a woman half her age in 1977. 30 years later, they'd gasp again when the then octogenarian took a flaming table spot from the Dudley Boys. Born in 1923 when women weren't supposed to wrestle, Mae spent 8 decades breaking every rule and every bone except her spirit. She worked carnival tents where men tried to shoot on her, trained future legends in her Oklahoma gym, and became WWE's raunchy grandma because retirement was for sissies. When she finally left us in 2014 at 90, the business lost its last living bridge to wrestling's raw, unfiltered roots. They called you crazy. You were just 70 years ahead of your time. If this video moved you, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps us share these stories with more people who care.